Our topic today is working together, collaborating as artists, producing art in times of pandemic. I would very much ask you, everyone, to mute your microphones for the beginning. We will be the one to unmute you, or if you have any questions or remarks, ask you to unmute your microphone. We would very much like to start our brunch with a video by our artist in residence, Hynek, Skoták, from Káznice, from Brno. Fortunately, we are in the times of being digital because of the pandemic. Unfortunately, we are not together in person. So we are happy to have you here, Hynek, in Graz, as a person. We are still happy to have you as part of our art brunch now, even that you're back in Brno. But it's a tricky situation, nevertheless, because we would like to show your video and have a problem with the audio. But Martin, our master of tech, is showing me that it's now possible. I will leave it down to him. So now everything worked out pretty well. Hello, good morning. Thanks for joining us. We're all together in one room, so it's very tricky to have the right audio conditions. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to our art brunch. I hope you have perfect audio conditions. I hear myself twice. Okay, but it's our second art brunch online. And if you're sitting together in one room, always beware you have to mute yourself and switch off the audio out and input. So I think now it's working. Sorry for the troubles. Do you hear my audio perfect, or do you have some kind of audio confusion? Good? Okay.
It's good.
Okay, perfect. We all sent you an etiquette beforehand, just to make sure we are all on the same board and on the same information level. As we want to have a very intimate sort of discussion, we ask everyone to switch on his or her video and switch off the audio, so we see each other and we know with whom we are talking. Just in case your internet rate is too low, please participate without video, but make yourself heard in the chat, via the chat. Please mute yourself. That's what I already told you. I will be the one who's doing the chat moderation afterwards when Iris and Hynek are talking with each other. So if you have any questions topic-wise, just write it in the chat, and I will pick it up when it's time to talk about it, and ask you probably even to speak for yourself. If you have any technical problems like I had just with the audio, just write it into the chat. Eva Ursprung or Martin will try to help you via the chat. We are also online on YouTube and Facebook for those who don't want to join in person or just watch it somewhere else. Welcome to you all around the world. That's the one very positive aspect of being digital in our time. We want to talk about producing, collaborating as artists, as institutions that produce art, culture in times of pandemic. And as we see now, we can be together from Brno, from Káznice and in Graz on the same time. That's a very challenging but still fruitful situation. Hynek has been with us for 2 weeks in most dense times, but we did it perfectly well because we're starting a collaboration, changing of residences between Freies Atelierhaus Schaumbad here in Graz and Káznice in Brunn. Hynek will be talking about Brunn and present it afterwards. From our side, from Schaumbad, we are very happy that you were here. You started the residency exchange, and we're very happy that Iris Kasper is also here, who started this idea of residency exchange between Schaumbad and Káznice. She once was part and still is a part of Schaumbad and was in Káznice as a resident, but I guess she will talk more about it afterwards in their talk. Hynek, as you probably know, is a sculptor and artist who's been coming back to Káznice, I think, some time, and has been part of Káznice for half a year now. He's made wonderful pieces of art that you can see on his homepage. I will share it with you afterwards. He worked here in Graz on the rubbish he somehow produced during his day here, but I think you saw already the tiny pieces of it, a glimpse of it beforehand. Iris Kasper is an art historian and curator, free curator. As I said, she worked here in Schaumbad and been to Káznice, and I would very much like to welcome you, give you the stage, and talk about producing, collaborating art in times of a pandemic. Thanks also to the colleagues and friends of Hynek from Káznice who are joining us, like Teresa and Radek, and probably sometime David also. Thanks for being here with us. And Iris, make yourself heard.
Hello, hi everybody. Thanks for the invitation. Here I would say, let's go in the discussion about Hynek's work. We have already seen some video of it, and I would like to ask Hynek about his project here in Graz. What was his idea? What did he do? Is Hynek here?
Hello, everybody. Yes, first I want to introduce my colleagues, Teresa and Radek. They are from Káznice Studios, also artists. Teresa shares studio with me, and Radek has a studio there also. And both of them, maybe they will be in Schaumbad this year or next year. We will see. Okay, now about my project in Graz. I was really happy in Graz. It were amazing 2 weeks, and I met a lot of nice people. But I don't like onlines, yeah, and I really don't like videos. I don't use it. I never do it. Never do any videos. But these people, you are so fantastic. And Iris and Eva told me, so make some video about your project. That's why I make some videos, 3 videos. It's not, it's short videos. And maybe we can see this full movie, Artist's Rest. It's about my being there and about my masterpiece from Graz. So let's see it. If it is possible.
Good song.
I don't listen sound.
Can I lend some instruments? I need to hammer or something for destroy my waste. Somebody, you know.
Okay, thanks. It was a 4-minute story of my life in Graz, and this is the result. Yeah, it's artist's rest. It's my garbage from my 2 weeks being in Graz, mixed. It's glass, cans, papers, everything. Yeah. Okay. It's not finished because this bottle is too small. I need bigger. Yeah. I need a little bit bigger. 5 liters. This is only 3 liters. So you can see this very nice material. So this idea was about working with my waste, with garbage. It's also a tribute to Pier Manzoni and his work Merda di Artista, artist shit. I collected the garbage and produced, and at the end of my stay, I cut it, crushed it, ground it to pieces, to little pieces. I think nowadays the artist's waste is much more conversionive than the artist's shit. Yeah, more toxic, this garbage than shit. So, it was about my idea. Very important was the mixer machine from Iris. I'm afraid he's kaput now after my experiment, but the work is finished, so I am happy. Yeah. If you can to ask me or Iris to say something about this thing.
Yeah, thanks, Hynek, for showing this video and the 2 videos. It's a really interesting work, I would say, because waste normally is connected to ugliness or dirt or something, but in your video, it also has this aesthetic component when you cut the cans and leave them on the table. They are sparkling and they look like leaves in the wind or something like that. It's really interesting that you can combine these 2 parts. When I watched your video first time, I also like the part where you cut the paper, and you also have their money on the ground, and you also destroy the money. Can you tell a bit more about this part of the video?
Yes, of course. Some music band they fired $1 million in one project. I'm not so. I'm very pure man. So I destroy some money, but not big money. Yeah, it was about this idea, like all my rest of my being. So it was money, it was this garbage and everything. Yeah, and so it's like joke. Yeah.
I see. And do you already know how you would like to present your artwork? Will you use your videos as well? You said before that you're not used to make videos normally, but yeah, I think it's also a really art video what you made for that project.
Yes, I think I will never do any video art. Yeah, I saw with you one super video art in Graz with these cars. It was good, but I don't feel for to do video art. These my videos are only for presentation. For main for me is the result, but the process about this working with garbage. We work with garbage last 3 years with Teresa, with another projects. I will show it after a while. So this process is for me very important, and this masterpiece. Yeah. Maybe I can show you. Martin, can you show us the picture number 2 and video with spaghetti, because it's about my living. Yeah. This is me, Elke, and Eva in place next to Schaumbad. Very amazing place. So you see, I was really happy there. And this video with spaghetti is a very short video about my life in Graz. Yes, thanks. So it was about my life in Graz and staying in Volkshaus, Kultur in Graz. Yeah, I was cooking and making my artwork.
Okay, thanks for showing. Has anyone in the audience questions about Hynek's artwork or about his stay in Graz? Yeah, Elke?
I would like to ask something. We talked a lot, Hynek and I, we talked a lot about his work, and Hynek always talked about the question of, as a sculptor, that you don't want to work with new materials anymore. Could you perhaps go into this question a little bit, like producing art, producing waste? That's what I found really interesting.
Yeah. Last years, I'm very tired of every materials and statues and everything. I think it's too much materials and too much okay, artists and too many statues and sculptors in the world. Yeah, and too much garbage, waste. So that's why I prefer work working with garbage, with waste, with some light materials, use sunshine, moonlight, wind, and this nature stuffs. Yeah. Now I feel much better if I don't make any steel or stone plastics. Yeah, it's my way now, and in this way we have the same way of thinking with Teresa in some projects. Of course, we have own lines, but together we make this type of projects with waste and these types. I'm tired of these materials and this too many stuffs, too many statues in the world.
Your way out would be to work with the material that's already existing or that's already been used.
Yeah.
Can I have a question? Are you thinking about, do you want to do same project in other residency? And are you thinking about reduce your rubbish during another one residency? It can be smaller and smaller every another time.
Yes. It is a very good question. Maybe Martin can show the other pictures from my photos from my residency, and I can answer. So I was thinking a lot about this reduce of garbage, reduce of waste in my staying, and because this is not a way. Recirculation is okay, but is only one way, and reduce production, and I of course I tried to reduce my production and production of garbage, yeah. But in this time in Graz, I didn't care about it. I bought everything what I need, and after in the end, I was surprised of this garbage. Of course, I want to make it. I want to reduce garbage, but in this time it wasn't the preference. Now I know that in the next time I don't buy these horrible cans. Yeah, it's impossible to make something with this just by hands. Yeah, glass is good for this to destroy. Paper is super to the mixer machine. Yeah, this cans is there are problems. Yeah. So after my experience from Graz, I will be clever next time.
How much garbage did you have in total, and was it only yours, or did you also collect garbage from others?
No, it was only mine, and you can see it on video. It's I don't know, some picture there about this garbage. Not so big. It's one big plastic bag from Hofer, and some plastics and cans from alcohol-free beer. Yeah.
But is this only a personal thing of you? Is it just that you are fed up with material, with producing material, or do you see producing art as always as a political act, or is this no political act at all? Is it just a personal problem, probably? Or is it a political statement to work on ways?
I don't know. It's political problem. It's social problem. I don't know. I think that this planet is ending now. Yeah, and it's not possible to go to this way next 100 years. It's impossible. Yeah, and almost of people of society goes to this way. I don't understand it. And I make art, yeah, and it's only my reaction of it. I just work with this apocalyptic beauty.
Okay, does anyone else has a question to this work? Because if not, I would say maybe we can see the other artwork you will show us, which is currently at the facade of Dumomeni in Brno.
Yeah. Okay, let's show it. It's our last work with Teresa. Maybe Teresa can say some sentences about it.
So we are working on it last 1 year because we prepare it for exhibition in Bretagne in France. So we are working here with Apocalyptic Beauty, what you say, for because very often things which are very beautiful, and so they are often toxic, mainly things which produced people. Yeah, in nature it's beautiful and good, but what produce people, it's colorful, and you must use a lot of bad things to produce it, and that's why we do this, because oily macula is beautiful too, but it's not something good for sea or for water. Yeah, it's our project. Yeah. So maybe now Hynek.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa. Exactly. But in Austria, you have this beautiful, colorful bottles. Yeah, that's why we can do it just in Czech Republic. And after show you, yeah, you know, this is the worst for nature, for everything. This red color, red, blue, pink, and this one.
Yeah, and that is the same problem, because we have a lot of colors, but it's very difficult to recycle them. Yeah,
yes.
Because red and purple colors are destroyed only by fire, because it's not possible to recycle them. Yeah, it's really very bad. And it's better to have only, if you need to have a plastic bottles, I'm sure it's not necessary, but if you need them, you must have only white or blue. It's best for recycling.
Yeah. Okay, so we can show the other work, number 20, and yes, this is my work from Káznice, called The Last Supper, Last Dinner. It is a memory of 90 people executed in Káznice prison. It is a last dinner without furniture and without people, only with golden coasters hanging in the space of the prison chapel and reflecting the light. And now we have a time to introduce to you our center Káznice, I'm afraid David is not here. So it's no problem. Here is Elke. We can see this movie from Káznice. Is it possible, Martin? Okay. Okay, thanks. Maybe some problems with playing video. It's from YouTube, but everybody who wants to see it, it's no problem to find it on YouTube. Just write Káznice. Yeah.
We sent the link via the chat.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey. Thanks for showing this video, and thanks, Jan. Bohobil for making it. And maybe we can shortly talk about the history of Káznice, because I'm sure that we have some audience from Graz as well, and maybe there are people in the audience who do not know what Káznice is. Maybe you can shortly tell us a bit about it.
Okay, Káznice is old building. It's a former prison. Was built in 18th century. Now it's a city building, and in Káznice is nowadays cultural, social operation. Yeah, we are there like artists in Káznice studios, and the Tripitaka non-profit organization. They work with social distancing people and make some projects, and historics are there with some projects, with some excursion, and now we hope we start with connection with Schaumburg about this residency. This Tripitaka organization, historics, they are there 6 years, I think, and we are there, artists are there just half a year, yeah, from July, so it's new. It's new. We have 6 studios there. There are painters, sculptors. I shared one studio with Teresa. Radek is painter, furniture designer. And he makes some other stuff. So I don't know. It's a very interesting man. So and we have of course some other place and space for work and for to do exhibitions or some site specific installation. Yeah, these stuffs. Now we can see the other pictures. We saw the prison completely empty in this video, without people. Now I want to show you people in Káznice. If Martin can show us some pictures. Yeah, next one. Okay, this is without people. And next pictures. Yeah, this is a picture from Ghetto Fest. It's the biggest action there.
And here you can also Ghetto Cafe, right, in the photo before.
Yeah,
and you also have some
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, in the back is a Ghetto Cafe. This is our heart. Is heart of me and Teresa. I know it's not from garbage. Okay, it's I don't know, 3 years ago when we make it. This is from our symposium on September. Yes, this is Happy Radek. Yeah, from symposium. And now it's very good news because David Oplatek is with us. So please, David, say something about operation in Káznice. David is a man from Tripitaka. He knows everything about Káznice, and he's there from the beginning of this activity.
Okay, thanks. Hello, and I'm very sorry I'm late. I have some technical problems. So let me say something about the object, about the Káznice. It's a former prison from the end of Baroque era, from the end of 18th century. The core of the object is from this era, and there are some newer buildings, like the part where we are now, and where we have these studios, which using Hynek, Tereza, Radek, and some other artists. But this former prison ended in the mid of 50s, last century. Then there was a archive, and in the part of the building which we are using now, that's the part with that balconies. If you see it on video, there was a police station till the beginning of this century, and since 2003 or 2004, the whole Káznice is empty, and it's owned by municipality, city of Brno, and they wanted to sell this object. They in 2006 they sold the part of it, the former house of court, but the rest is it's supposed to be creative, something like creative center, place for culture and creative industries, or I don't know how to say it. But there is still a plan, and that's just the plan. No, there are no any real steps to renovate or rebuild this object to creative center. And we, I mean, our organization Tripitaka, we start to use it this place since 2012. At first for the festival Ghetto Fest, as you've seen the pictures, which is a street festival all around the neighborhood, even the Káznice. And in 2018, which means 2.5 or 3 years ago, we start to build some community center or something like that for people who lives in this neighborhood, in this locality. And 2020 we did the studios, and we met Tereza and Hynek, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, because we made something like art call, and I think Hynek sent the email with that sculpture, the two with that two hearts or models of hearts, and it was our first meeting or first contact. Then we start the cooperation, and it was very natural that when we told them that we have some new studios in this building, they asked us for a space, and since last year they've got a studio there. And Radek, their friend, came with them. And last year we started thinking about some artistic interventions in the locality and in the Káznice. So we made some kind of symposium, or I don't know how to say it in English, which was run by Hynek. You've seen the photos. It was and we met Iris Kasper last year. She visited us in Káznice. So it was the first contact, and that did start the cooperation with your organization and in Graz. We've got some I don't know how to say about our plans. We would like to we would like to make some cooperation with artistic organization abroad, like with you in Austria, like people in all around all surrounding countries like Slovakia or Poland. So this is the beginning of our activities. That's it.
So thank you very much to David. If you want to ask.
I would have some question. You said you have, I guess, 6 studios or something like that. How did you decide who gets the studios, or what is the process? How to come inside your community?
Hynek or me?
You can say something, David. Okay.
Actually, we I don't know how to say in English curator, but we curator. Yeah, okay. We have no any curators, so we did no any calls or special choices. We have no any requests on artists. Maybe it's time to start it, but in the beginning we didn't know even if the people will have some interest to have studios in Káznice. So now it's full, and we know it's no problem to get people. I mean artists in this place. But year or a year and a half before we didn't know it. It was just on the beginning. We just knew that we want artists in this place, but especially me, I'm social worker. My originally I'm educated as a social worker, not as a curator or artist. So we are just trying, and we are in process.
I have to say that we already started with the curatorial selection yesterday, because one studio has become vacant, it's free. And the newest man who will be there from Monday, we talk about him, and yeah, it was some call, some open call or something. Yeah, so I believe that we will have some curatorial choose in the future. It's very necessary, because I saw it in Schaumburg. I was really surprised in Schaumburg of quality of art there. It's important.
Actually, right now there is, I think, nine people in this studios, because some studios are shared by two artists. And there are two groups of them. One of them are Radek, Hynek, Teresa, and the second group are guys who came from graffiti community, the street artists. There are younger. There are around 30 or less than 30. So there are two groups. What we know now, we want to make some community of the artists here. We don't want to be just a something like landlords, but we want to have there people who participate on activities in Káznice, because we have much more activities than just this kind of visual artists, but theater and music and some community events. So we are looking for people who want to participate on these activities.
I also have a question now. Is there anyone in charge? You said you don't curate the artists or the institutions that come to Káznice. Probably you could say some words on Tripitaka, what the idea is. And
originally, Tripitaka is we are not an NGO, non-governmental organization, and we've got history 12 years long. It was established in the beginning of 90s in this century. Sorry, no, it was beginning 12 years. It was established 12 years ago. And there's an organization which is somewhere between social work, education, and culture or arts. The main goal of our activities is social work with youngsters, with young people, or young adults between 16 and 26 years old. People who are from people who are from foster care, who are coming from foster care. So we provide them jobs and social work and some psychological health and things like that. And to this main activity, we've got some side activities on like Ghetto Fest festival and things like that. And in Káznice, we are there since 2018, so last 3 years, and this place offers us much more opportunities and much more space, because it's really a huge object. It's you've seen it. It has, I don't know, 8,000 meters at all, and now we are using less than 1,000 of these meters.
So you work with the young people directly in Káznice. So you have these youngsters from.
Yeah, we are working with people from this locality, because this is former industrial area, and now it's I think the biggest social excluded locality in the city of Brno, but it's now changing very quick, very rapidly, because there's a huge process of gentrification, which is also very interesting to see this changing and be the part of this change, and have the power to not to lead it, but had some influence on it. Then we have our own shop with fashion shop where these people are working, and it's not in the locality, it's in city center. And then we cooperate with some employees in Brno, and we provide them this workers or employees from our target group. And yeah, but
so interesting to have this social work with young people together with the studios of artists. I find this an incredibly interesting idea and challenging still, but I think that's a great idea and a great opportunity to get like kids from foster homes, which I guess are not so close to art or are not so used to art, together with people who produce art, not just like, wow, they're artists, you know, in the museums, but you see people working, people who work there. That's a fantastic idea.
I know about the same concept from Pula, the ex-military school there. Is also a center like this. It's a huge center with all social initiatives and folk groups and dance groups and whatever possible is in this building. And they got the building from the city of Pula, and they don't have to pay rent. And they even got somebody employed to take care of it. So how does it function in Brno? What kind of support do you have? Do you have to pay rent? Is there any support from officials?
Actually, the main source of our financial comes from EU, from European Social Fund. The city of Brno support us. We don't have to pay the rent. Yeah, for the community center, we don't have to pay. For the studios, we paid some rent, and the artist paid us the rent also. So it's some kind of entrepreneurship, but I don't. Yeah. So we actually. We are an NGO, and the most of our activities are non-profit activities. But last year we started some activities which are focused on profit, like renting the studios, or we run the cafe. So we are trying to have some other funds, not just money from EU funds.
Okay, I have to say something. I'm not so optimistic as David about the gentrification. Yeah, the Káznice is now in the wildest city district called Bronx. It's a very specific atmosphere there, but that is changing rapidly. If you want, I think if you want to see the rest of the Wild East, you have to come to us to visit us, yeah, because maybe for 2 years, 3 years, we completely changed to normal city district. With
actually, if I can mention something, me and one of my colleagues, Pavel, we're living here in this locality. Me, it's since 2006 for 15 years, and in that time, people saying now you know it's socially excluded, but it will be gentrified in 5 years, and now we are 15 years older, and the locality is not the same, but it's still socially excluded, and I don't think it will change very fast. It's and actually I'm not optimistic, but I like this I like this process of change, because I remember this locality in the time of economic crisis after 2008, and also the time the years before it, and it was very sad situation there, because there was any hope to change it, but now it's changing, and I'm glad to be the part of it. I know there are strong economic interests, of course, like developers and some other entrepreneurs or companies, but we are also part of this change. We are in touch with Roma organization in this locality. We are in contact or in touch with local authorities or local municipality. So we can not to lead, but we can influence this this process, even with the art and even with the artistic interventions in public space, or we can use the Káznice, which offers us space for so many activities, like cultural activities, social activities.
I want to say that this is very important that David and Pavel, these guys from Tipitaka, they live in the same street like Káznice. Yeah, they live there and they knows the people there. They are not people from outside. So I think this is a very good thing. Okay.
What's interesting to me is do the people, the different groups in Káznice, are they mixing? Is there interaction between artists and the Roma groups? Maybe you can tell a little bit about that.
Actually, it's better to come to visit us and see it on your own eyes. The situation here, I think it can be interesting for you, and it's not too far from Graz to Brno, even just for 1 or 2 days trip. So let me invite you here, and something about Roma. It's for an hour for next hour talk. These things. I don't know. Not far from us. It may be 50 or 60 meters far from Káznice is a museum of Romani culture, which is a very unique institution, which was established by Roma activists and Roma and ethnographers, or people who working with Roma and Romani culture. So it's a very interesting institution, and we cooperate with them. There are some Roma organization like DROM, the Romani Center or IQ Roma Service. There are non-profit organization working with Roma, and there are some Roma activists we are cooperating just right in Káznice. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say how it is working with Roma. Actually, I working with them last 15-16 years. So, but if you, it's much more better to come and see it. I will guide you.
I would like to add something or put another question. I was in Brno and I was at Káznice, and I had the chance to see some of the studios and meet some of the artists. And I had the feeling, or I can remember that some of the artists told me that they are doing workshops there with young people, or more in this social field. Can you tell a bit more about that? About that connection to the place where Káznice is, to the locality?
I mean, Katarzyna Kmiejova, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Katarzyna.
Yes.
Restart.
But there was also this guy, I think his name was Christoph?
Krzysztof Netolický and Lukáš Majer. There are guys who comes from graffiti scene of Brno, and they making workshops for mostly for not for teenagers, mostly for younger people, like younger children, children around 10 or 12 years, and they making workshops for them. Even in Káznice or in public space, we on some walls around in neighborhood. So that also we starting cooperation with guys who has who skateboarding, and they've got they also have space in the neighborhood. So we but corona quarantine stop these activities, but I hope we will continue after the corona situation. And if you mean Kateřina Tmejová, which has also studio in Káznice, and she's our colleague, and she runs our fashion shop. She's artist, and she also made some fashion.
I think we continue our exchange anyway. And for us, it would be very interesting to get maybe even this year one artist from Brno who maybe wants to make a workshop here. This would fit very well into our project. Because we are also working with the people around. There are these social housing projects, and there are also social projects in this area. And we do many collaborative projects involving the people. So I think this would be a very cool thing. Start exchange also on this level.
And Eva will come to our residence, I hope, in this summer. So you can see everything, and we can speak about it.
Yeah, I'm looking very forward to coming because it sounds so exciting. So I don't know, it's a long time now. Maybe we should show some video in between. We have some more videos left, and we can continue chatting after this. But maybe we show the Schaumburg video because it's the same situation now as it used to be when Hynek was here. It was a sunny day, but he was playing accordion outside, and maybe we should show this. Do you have it? So to get a feeling of the space. Du musst den Ton ausschalten, der Peter. Du musst den ausschalten. Das wird ja anfangen.
It's a little bit bad sound. Yes, it was very nice meeting. The sound was bad, but you see the atmosphere, yeah, and it was a good moment when I played on accordion. Georg was painting his paintings. Yeah, it was cool.
Okay, so are there any other questions or does anyone want to add something to Káznice or something else? Okay. I have prepared some more questions about another topic, and it's about, as Elke said in the beginning, it's about the pandemic situation and the lockdown situation and artist work, and how it is as an artist to work in these weird situations. Can you tell a bit about it, and can you maybe also say how was the residency in Graz for you in this situation?
Okay. Every opportunity is very good for artists, and of course for me. I'm not a good example of artist in lockdown, because now I have my best year, my best season. Yeah. We go with Teresa to make 2 projects in France, big projects like land art, site-specific installation, the nature in the lake and in the mountains. Yeah, so I'm very happy with my work now. So I'm not good example for this discussion about the lockdown. Of course, the situation is bad, but we work in Káznice, and I wait. I wait for bad times, but now I have very good season. It's paradox. I know it's paradox. And in Graz, in this residence in Graz, it was like in paradise. The spring, sun, fantastic people. Yeah, I was really happy there. Yeah.
But let me just interrupt. We talked when you were in Graz. We talked about the perfect situation for a residency is where you can work, but you don't have the pressure to produce something for an exhibition. And probably this pandemic is, in so far, a good situation for artists, because artists can focus again on working on trying out, on experimenting, but have less pressure to produce something for an exhibition. And that's what we also felt, because we had a lot of requests for exchange residencies. We had several exchanges for residencies. Probably now it's the time to, or this pandemic, these lockdowns, give us the time to work besides working for an exhibition or working for a project, but to experiment, to go back deep into our work.
Yes. One thing is that okay, it's of course it's now good time to work, but have you imagined what will be after this lockdown? Everybody wants to have exhibitions and events and everything. It will be crazy. Yeah. And the other thing is very important is about produce or of some art during the residency. Yeah, we spent some time with speaking about it with our colleagues from House of Art Brno. They have a long experiences with this residency, exchange residency, and I believe that 2 weeks or 3 weeks, this is too short time to produce any arts. Yeah, okay, you can produce some art, but you don't connect anybody. You don't see nothing in this place. For me, it's very important to meet people in this place and to see some other works, exhibitions, and maybe make some plans, but no to produce artworks. Okay, you can do it, but I don't want to have it like it's necessary. Yeah, it's not necessary to do it.
I just wanted to draw some positive parallels to your residency in
Okay.
Graz. What was
Yes.
so positive about it, and the pandemic or the lockdowns.
Yeah.
And probably without the pandemic, we wouldn't have started this wonderful exchange residency, because we were also drawn into our projects to produce one exhibition after another, one project after another. And still, you're right. I already heard from some event managers here in Graz that everyone is trying to get locations for their events in autumn, because nobody wants to make events before autumn. So everything is booked out.
Yeah.
That's, but I don't want a negative conclusion of everything. I'm too much Hollywood, it seems. Everything has to go out well, pretty well at the end.
Of course.
Okay, so are there any more questions? Is it maybe possible to add Hynek's website to the recorded video, so that if people want to contact him, they know how?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I can copy it into the chat now for everyone who hasn't got it here. Zoom, that's the webpage of Hynek, and there are several works together with Teresa, of course, on this website. Thanks very much for this very nice morning, Sunday morning with you all.
Yes,
I hope. Yeah.
Sorry. No, just I want to say goodbye. But and finally, such a pair. If Martin has this video from this last video from Káznice, I'm not sure if he has it about this performance.
Mm-hmm. Looks good.
Yeah.
Probably again without sound.
It is a video from our last performance in Káznice. The event was called Schweißen.
Ah,
yeah.
Great.
Yeah. This man, Láďa Mirwald, recorded silence of Káznice at night, then let the sound of silence into the space, and some musicians played, and me, Radek, and Teresa operated with welders, with Schweißen machines.
This would be the perfect ending for our session, I think. Let me just all invite you to the Schaumbad. We still have our exhibition, Digitales Brennen, Digital Burning, for everyone who found this being digital so very disgusting or brilliant that you want to see. Get in touch with this exhibition. It's on due in Schaumbad until the end of March. So come and have a look at it. Look at it online at the 21st of March, when we are doing our online art brunch on digital burning. But now back to Káznice. And we all want to come to Káznice. That's the problem. We all want to come.
Yes, just about this video that I want to show you a short sample of this event. Yeah, this video is not so excellent, but no one has seen these shots yet. Yeah. It's about Schweißen with sound of silent of Káznice. Yeah, maybe this is last video, and I want to say you goodbye and nice to meet you.
So please stay for the video, and thank you all for being here. I'm very happy to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Schöne Grüße nach Schaumbad.
Ah, danke. And thank you so much, Iris, for doing the talk and for bringing Hynek class.
Yeah, thanks for invitation, and I'm so happy that it worked finally.
Yeah, and it will continue.
I can hear sound.
Just a second. I hope we are able to get this one.
So it is without sound, yeah. That's a pity. You have to come to listen sound of Káznice, sound of silent of Káznice.
We are sorry. We rehearsed yesterday and it all worked. We have to find out next time it will be all good, we promise.
Of course. So goodbye. Thank you very much for everything.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you for the beautiful presentation. It was very impressive.
I see you.
See you.
Bye.
Ahoj.
Bye. This is cool.